Oh, shoot.
Hello, Blab family. Welcome to our spur of the moment. We want to see your face, and we know you want to see our face, Blab. We have a great show tonight for you guys. I am Laura Shea Lovett. My website is www.laurashaylovett.com. You can find out more information about me. And I am fire. And that's my left. Okay, to my left, yeah, right here. Boop, boop.
Hi, everybody. I am Jay, founder of Matters of My Heart. And I am the second half of Fire, which is Fire and Ice. And together we talk about issues that are so important to have, conversations that are so important to have, such as domestic violence, sexual assault, and emotional healing. So we continue these conversations, even though it's not a popular conversation, so to speak. You know, not a lot of people are knocking down our doors to have this conversation. And it's still, that's what I love about Laura Shea and myself. Shay, I call her Shay, you guys. What I love about her and myself is that we don't stop talking just because people are afraid to talk about it. And actually, guess what we're going to talk about tonight?
Ooh, what's going on tonight?
That is actually what we're going to talk about, is the stigma of therapy. But let's back it up. Before we even get to therapy, we first have to admit that there's a problem, right?
That is
so let's talk about the stigma of talking about domestic violence, talking about sexual assault, saying that I am a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault. Because I have experienced my background. A lot of people know my background. I've experienced domestic violence as well as sexual assault, as well as rape. There is a difference. And if you don't know the difference, Shay, what can they do? What can they do if they don't know the difference?
Check out the Fire and Ice Show Facebook page, and all of our shows are there. Or if that's just too much for you to put in, you can go to what's your YouTube? It's Jamie, right? Or
yeah, Jamie Timmons.
Jamie Timmons is her YouTube, or you can check out Laura Shea Lovett YouTube.
Yeah.
And all of our videos
it's all over.
There. It's everywhere. So there's
no
excuse on why you can't see the video. They're everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere. And so learn yourself something about what the difference is between sexual assault and rape, because I've experienced both. And my counterpart here with me, my business partner, Shay, she has also experienced sexual assault as well. And so we both have a story, we both have experiences, and we come together as a joint venture to talk about those experiences and how we were able to get through it, get past it.
Yes.
Get past it.
Yes. So why is it so hard okay, tell me this. The question you asked was, it's been hard to admit that there's a problem. How long did it take you to admit?
See, right now. I'm thinking about my age. So I'm thinking it took me about 20 years.
Wow.
I'm going to say 20 years because a lot of those years I forgot about the incest. My mind literally blocked it out of my head. So I remembered the domestic violence piece of it, but I thought it was normal.
Okay.
And so my domestic violence experience was not with an intimate partner. It was with my stepfather. So I just thought that was a normal way of growing up. And so, and also we never really talked about things that happened, in our family or things like that. It wasn't something that you talk about. And the conversation was often avoided most of the time. So I kind of felt like ashamed to talk about it. And then as I got older, I felt like I don't want to embarrass my family. I felt like I don't want to, every time I talk about my uncle raping me, it never fails. Whether I'm at a conference, a workshop, a friend group meeting, it doesn't matter. Every time I talk about it, the first question they ask is, well, did you press charges? I was 5 effing years old.
Yes.
And I started remembering in my late 20s.
Okay.
So, as a teenager in my early 20s, I forgot all about it. But then those memories started coming back to me. And so, with violent force. So when I talk about it now, that's the first question I always get is, did you press charges? Mm-hmm. How about, let me just get through the healing piece first. Exactly. How about, I'm just learning to find my voice again. This is something that's one of the reasons why I kept quiet, is that I didn't want to embarrass my family. Okay. I didn't want to, bring shame upon my family, period. That was the main reason. Yeah. And then I didn't want people, the second part of that is I didn't want people to treat me differently, and I didn't want them to look at me differently. And you and I talked about this, Shay, a couple of weeks ago, how people try to blame the victim for what happened to them.
Oh, yes.
And so it's almost like they're raping them all over again. But had you not worn that, I mean, you're a fast little girl. Why are you walking around grown men with those short shorts on? You know what I'm saying? It's how society treats us.
Or you shouldn't have been out at that time of night. What does me being out that time of night have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Or you shouldn't have led him on by talking to him. All I said was hello. I mean, turn. Like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rape culture. That is what society is the norm for. Rape culture. And
break that down for me, Shay, because and you guys, if you've never listened to Shay talk, let me explain the difference between her and I, because we balance each other out. We really do. We're like the perfect couple. We're like the perfect couple. Listen, I go in on it with just what I know in my experience, but Shay, it has all of this knowledge about law. She knows which states have what laws. She's the one that forced me to look up definitions between sexual assault versus rape and things like that. So when you need knowledge, when you need book knowledge, like the nerd of all nerds of sexual assault. I called you a nerd of sexual assault.
That's a new title.
That is like you have the knowledge, and that's why you're the the responder for those who go through those things.
Yes, I am
you're certified.
I am a certified sexual assault emergency responder for my area.
Yes. So in order for her to have gotten that title, she had to have gone to school.
I went through 40 hours of in-person training and 47 hours of online training.
Oh my God.
Plus, I had to do 2 visits at the hospital, 2 visits with the prosecutor at the courthouse, and it's so you could see the process and all that. So it's a
Tell me again, you're a certified
sexual assault responder. So I'm the one when you go to the emergency room and you let the front desk know that you have been raped. There's 2 people you will come encounter with. You will come encounter with the forensic nurse. And the forensic nurse will then call me, and I will come there and basically talk to you about what happened, give you your different options, and we'll go from there. But I give the nerd. I'm gonna have to put that down.
You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. I can't help it. I mean, smart people are nerds to me. What can I say?
Stop. Oh no.
That's a compliment. You're smart.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. But rape culture, right? So
Yep.
rape culture is what the environment and society call normal, right? Is what society believed, and majority of them say something, and then everybody jumps on the bandwagon. So what it is with rape culture is it go, you shouldn't have been wearing them shorts. And then somebody else look and go, yeah, that's right. You shouldn't have been wearing them shorts. That's rape culture, because they have now just categorized you and made something normal and acceptable in social media. Instead of helping you, they point a finger at you to the victim on why they feel like it happened to you, instead of prosecuting the person that did it. So it's what they call the normal society living, but it's not really. It's not true. It's not. A victim does not ask for anyone to impose on them in any shape, form, or way, and that's just the bottom line.
Yeah, and I think that, but it's because of that rape culture. Shay, you actually brought up an excellent point. Sorry, I got the coffee stuck in my nose. You actually brought up a great point. Is that's another reason why people remain silent and they're afraid to take our platform. People are afraid to come to our blabs. They are afraid to call into our radio show. They are afraid to say, hey, I agree with what you're saying. That happened to me, or I have this question and can you help me? They always hit us up privately, right?
Yes.
Because of that stigma that society has placed on victims, on survivors. I was about to do the quote, but I won't do the quote for survivors, but on victims that, it's their fault why it happened to them. And so because they don't want to be ridiculed, they don't want their family to know what happened to them. A lot of times I had a situation where, no, actually I can't tell that because that's private, but we always think about who's going to hear the information, and based on that, we remain quiet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We do.
I don't want my husband to hear me saying, this, because he doesn't know about my past. Well, versus talk about why you're having secrets from your husband, you remain quiet. And because of what happens when we remain quiet, I know I'm doing all the talking.
I love it. What happens when we remain silent? We are killing ourselves slowly on the inside. You're killing
ourselves softly. Who sang that song? That's Laura.
Lauren Hill. And you're killing yourself slowly on the inside, and you're wondering why you can't love your husband 100%, and you're wondering why you can't show your kids affection and unconditional love. It's because you haven't dealt with all the hurt and the pain that's in you. And until you do that, you're going to continue to hold the secret and manifest the hurt in you. And believe it or not, people, stress is real. People die from broken hearts.
Every day.
There is a real condition. I don't know the proper term, but there's a real condition for broken heart. And what is a broken heart?
She's gonna know the proper term by the time we get back in. She's gonna post it in our Facebook, in our Fire and Ice Facebook. Well, I guarantee you, I bet you before I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna know what that term is. I bet you.
Sure. But I mean, that is a condition, you guys, and then what also happens, if it doesn't kill you slowly, guess what? You get mental issues.
Yeah.
You get depressed. Mental health. You get depressed. I was in a group, and there nothing wrong with being in a group, and I was in a group on Facebook. I actually had to remove myself because I did not agree with the things that was in the group. So I said, this group ain't changing, so I'm gonna remove myself from the group.
What happened? What had happened?
What happened?
What had happened?
it was a group for people who have been sexual assaulted or molested, right?
Mm-hmm,
And it was a private group for people who have been victims. And you were there to talk about your feelings, what's wrong, what happened. And one of the things they had in a group was you can't, don't tell someone how to go in their healing process. Don't do this, don't do that. A lot of people have multiple personalities because of their sexual assault.
True.
A lot of people, and it is true.
That's
a lot
true.
of people have are severe depressed because of this and because of that. And I agree with all that. But what I didn't agree with was they were saying, let them just have their moment. Don't try to give them ways to heal and cope. And I go, well, why do you want them stuck there? Why? Just a form just to express yourself. Okay, well, if I know of a way that can help you probably get over that hurdle, why can't I give you that way? Show you, hey, try this. Well, you're not, they were like, oh, well, you're not a therapist. And I go,
Honey,
well, are you? No. I said, okay, so what's the purpose of the group?
I've had friends.
What
I've
are
had
you doing?
friends. I've had friends that have been in my circle for years say to me, whenever I, talk about matters of my heart and the emotional support program, they say to me, the first thing they say is, well, are you going to refer them to a therapist?
Cricket.
So in my head, there were so many answers that came to my head that said, you better not say that. You better not say that. You better not say that, girl. You better not say that, girl. Because people who know you, are closest to you, are the first ones to put negative energy in your space. They're the first ones to deny the calling that's on your life. I've gone through that to help somebody else. I didn't go through that because I asked for it. I didn't go through that because I prayed for it. I didn't go through that because I asked God to give me a purpose in life. I didn't ask for it.
Not who wants it? Nobody.
So
Nobody wants that.
In order for me, Jamie, to continue living, then I need to find a purpose in that shit that I just went through. And so I realized, because I understand my connection to my connector, that I've gone through all of that for somebody else. And so and it's because of those questions, and it's because of how people treat us. It's because of groups like that people remain silent and they stay stuck in that world of darkness. And guess what? Everyone who goes, and well, not everyone, but most of the people who go to that group are looking for answers to get out of that place. They don't want to feel like that anymore.
They are crying.
They're crying out for help. They're saying, please give me a reason to live, because this is bullshit.
Not working. Exactly. And if you try to contact them outside of the group, and if the person who made the group find out, then they will remove you from the group, and I go, well, what solutions do you have for them? Because they're telling you they're doing this.
You know what they're doing?
They're doing that. Like, what in the world?
You know what they're doing, Shay? They're building an online graveyard. Come here and die. Come here and die. Because we're not going to give you a solution to live. So come here and rest and die.
That's powerful.
Ooh, that was good.
That was really good. Yeah, write that down.
I gotta write that down, right?
That was good. Like, my thing
that's what it is. Think about it. Yeah.
You're right. And I understand people do develop multiple personalities, and people do, like, oh, and I do feel that therapists and psychologists are meant to help these people. But just because you develop multiple personalities does not mean you cannot live a healthy life. It does not mean that at all.
The multiple personality is so that I won't have to deal with what actually happened. So I'm going to create a vision in my head. So I'm going to create something. Baby, I wish, girl, this is so good to me tonight.
The brain
is such a powerful organ that we can develop and we can create. When people say we can create any life we want to, they don't really understand what that thing means, honey. Because when you've been victimized, and I've done it, I have lived so many days in my imagination.
Oh, yes.
In my imagination, where if I'm upset about something, all I have to do is think about where I want to be. What makes me different from that person who has created more than one personality so that they won't have to face the pain that their life that they had gone through?
Mm-hmm.
But I need to have a degree to tell you that.
I don't have to. I don't have to have a degree to tell you that.
I have to go to school for 10, 15 years to tell you that personality is just trying to run from your reality.
There's no degree for motherhood, but we take advice from other mothers. Ain't nobody go to school for that.
They need to develop a school for that, though.
You know?
And you know what I think? I think all teenagers need to be infertile until 21. I'm saying nobody can produce until 21. See, now that's why I'm not God, because I would, if I was God, I'll give you the organs, but it won't function until 21. The hold is closed up. Let me stop. I'm sorry.
See, what had happened was, guys, people,
and back to the regular schedule.
So
I took on myself.
That was funny. So it's like, so I had to get out of that group. I did, because I didn't agree with them keeping people in a dark place. I didn't agree with them not giving solutions or referring them to someone. Some people were like, I can't afford a therapist, or I can't do this, I can't do that. And then the moment I go, well, where do you live? Because there are rape centers in every state that do free counseling. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
and they don't know that.
And they don't know that. But in the group, you can't even say anything. And I'm like,
that would frustrate me. Yeah.
It did. I had to remove myself. I said, what's the point of me being in a group where we're supposed to be able to help each other?
You're supposed to die.
And you're not allowing people to do that. And then
you're supposed to die. That's what it is.
And then I asked the administrator, I said, have you ever experienced rape or sexual assault? Yes. My daddy, for 10, 15 years. I said, okay, how do you feel this is helping? We have a free space to talk about what happened. I said, okay, it's okay to talk about what happened. That's great. But what are you going to do to move from what happened and to live in your new normal, to live in the life that you're in? What are you going to do? But you're not a licensed therapist.
Right. But see, Shay, that's why I love you too, because no one else, other people would have just removed themselves from the group, but no, you really are passionate about helping people. So you confronted them, and it is wrong. Hopefully, those people that are slowly dying away in that group would actually find, a solution. They would find some help, that God would send them, a rescuer, someone with a red flag, and that group will get shut down by Facebook or something. Just don't have a group. And that's one thing I don't like about Facebook. Don't get a group just to be getting a group, but who are you helping? Especially when we're talking about sexual assault.
I want to screenshot all the members and then send them something on the inbox.
Girl, I knew you would.
I wanted to.
I know you. I know. That would be against you.
Yes, I can't do that. So I didn't, right? But I just removed myself because I feel like it'll come full circle one day. It'll come full circle. And you may be standing on a stage one day in front of that very crowd, in a whole different venue. Exactly.
And showing them that they don't have to be miserable. It's okay to talk about it. Yes, talking about it is therapy in itself.
It is.
But it's not, but it's, say, for instance, you know me, if I'm pissed, and people Shay know this about me too. Like, if I'm pissed
Oh, she
Nothing
pissed.
is coming out of my mouth but verbal vomits. All kinds of F's, M's, and all kinds of things. And Shay would say, "Are you done yet? Like, are you finished? All right, so go walk. You go walk for 10 minutes and then come back."
Come back.
And she allows me to calm down, and then she gives me the business.
Like, calm
You
down.
know, it's fine to be angry,
It is.
but then you have to channel that into a way that's healthy for your growth. What in that situation pissed you off? And then why did you give it that much energy? Why did you give it that power over you? And then how can we fix this so that it won't control and take away the person that I love the most and change your whole character? You know what I'm saying?
Because we're human. We're going to be upset. We're going to cry. We're going to be
rightfully
angry.
so.
And so just deal with the emotions.
Yeah.
Give it a couple minutes, maybe an hour, and then look, let that go. It's time to, we got to move on. We can't keep dwelling in it. Because when you dwell in it and you soak in it, you get drenched, and then that's how depression comes about. That's how those types of things come about, which then where you have to probably go to therapy. So therapy.
What does therapy do, though? Let's talk about therapy for a minute. What does therapy do? Oh, first of all, I have something real good for you.
Ooh, what?
I know you're going to absolutely love this. I know you're going to love it because you are such a nerd. I got the definition of stigma.
Ooh, okay.
You like that, don't you? I knew you would love it.
Hold on, you didn't get it from Wikipedia, did you?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, I hate Wikipedia. It is not a reliable source.
It is not.
Can go in and put their own definition to it. So
it's the same thing as society. You know, society giving us opinions. That's what Wikipedia is. It's anybody who goes on. I can go in and write a Wikipedia page on Laura Shay.
The water, you guys, is too hot.
Oh, give me 1 second. The water is on the counter by the dish rack.
Yeah, it's too hot for me.
Put it in a bottle and put it in the freezer.
For how long?
Like 2 minutes to cool down. I know. Sorry.
Oh, is he sick? Is he sick?
He's with the oldest. He was like, "Mom, this water is a little too hot."
Oh, bless
him. Put it in the freezer. Come on now. Think about it. But anyway, so yeah. All right. So what's the
stigma? Stigma is a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. The stigma of mental disorder was the first example that they gave. Now, why? Out of all examples they could have given for stigma, why was mental disorder was the first one? Now, stigma, according to this dictionary, means disgrace, shame, dishonor, humiliation, and some other words I can't pronounce.
That's crazy,
right?
Wow.
And so their first example of a stigma they related to mental disorder, which is so perfect to what we're talking about right now, because when we talk about mental illness, when we talk about therapy, when we talk about rape, when we talk about sexual assault, domestic violence, emotional pain, emotional, psychological, or physiological, or whatever that logical is, disorder, right? People look at it as disgrace. And so because they look at it as a disgrace or dishonor, then they're quiet about it. Like, we can't talk about that. That's like saying damn in front of your grandmother. Would you say damn in front of your grandmother? Girl. That's what it's like. You say it's like saying damn in front of your grandmother. That's a no. And so yeah, that's one of the reasons. It's how society places or views these particular conversations. And so we mimic ourselves, we govern ourselves.
Can we say society or different race groups?
Say that again.
Mm-hmm. I said, do we say society or different ethnic groups? Right? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're going out, or you did for a minute.
Oh,
yes, there you go.
I guess someone was inboxing me. Okay, so I said, can we say society as a whole or different ethnic groups, right?
That's a good question.
Cause just from me and what I know, the Black culture, the African American culture, has a real big stigma
mental
against
health. Oh my God,
therapy,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Against mental health, because they feel like if you go,
you don't tell them people my business,
like you're crazy. Exactly. You know, what stays in
this house.
Stays in this house. Don't you be telling nobody nothing. You know, like dang.
You just look like my grandmother right there for a minute. I was like, Grandma, did you come down from heaven? Like, what?
You know what? And I'm telling you, like, you know, or what you going to them to the, I don't even think they
the
say
witch doctors,
crazy the witch doctor. What you going
well,
to
I'm gonna take it real. I'm gonna take it real country
field
for you. The country people say, "What you going them white folks for?" The quacks. They call them quacks. Yeah, they call them quacks.
Quack. Oh, that's the new one.
Why are you going that quack?
Quack. That's good. And so I say society, but then I'm gonna break it down to different race, because I just know, because I've never been white. You guys, I've never been white, so I don't know how they're raised when it comes to therapy. But you know, in the Black culture, we seem to look at it wrong. Like, you know, and so I was reading. I love Huffington Post. I'm not saying all their articles are.
We do read a lot from Huffington Post with Fire and Ice.
Good.
Yeah,
we do. That's one, and it gives the 14 misconceptions. I'm just gonna go over, and you let me know what stand out to you when I do it. Number 1, the biggest one is we're weak.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're crazy. Number 3, we love wasting our money. Number 4, we're rich. Number 5, you do not know how to talk to people, so the only person you can talk to is a stranger. So, you're going to number 6. You're going to talk about me. Number 7, there is a breakdown and experience that leads us to therapy, but you can do that by yourself. Number 8, you're in a bad place. Number 9, there's a set time for you to be in therapy. I don't understand that one. I'll read that one and see what it means. Okay. Number 10, we can't let go of things. Just let it go.
That's on another show we did too.
Number 11, you should feel sad for us or scared for us. Any emotion that you wouldn't have felt, we admit to being someone who goes to therapy. So you're being different when you go to therapy. Number 12, you're on medication. Number 13, number 13, therapists tell you what to do.
Yes, heard that one.
You have a brain for yourself. Number 14, a therapist can help you, but at the end of the day, they are not there to be your friend. I understand what that
I heard that one too. Like,
but a lot of those
they just telling you that because you're paying them. I've heard that. Those, how they gonna give you advice on something that they've never been through themselves? Heard that too.
Yes, I've heard that too. Yeah. So those were the 14 misconceptions that people say about therapy, and all of them are crazy. Like, okay, people, I go to therapy now, but I actually go once a month, and I actually do it through my home. We actually video Skype through my home. So it's just more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a bad place.
Right.
You know, one of the things was you're in a bad place, you know, you're depressed. I'm not. But I love having that free, outspoken conversation with someone who is not there to judge me. Not saying everybody is going to judge you. Who's not there to judge me. Who's not there to give me a way to do something. It's just there to help me see something bigger than myself. Because I can tell them, look, I'm having an amazing day and a week and da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, why do you think that is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just having an amazing day. Well, think about it. What did you do this week to make yourself have an amazing day? Well, I did blah, 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 blah. Well, you should do that more often. Well, I never think about that, right? Because I'm in the moment. Right.
You're right.
I should do that more often because I feel good about it, right? And like my brain, I never thought about it because to me it's the norm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yeah, I should have done that. I should.
No, you don't have to be. When I started therapy, I was in a very bad place, and so she helped me through that. But what I say now, and even what I tell my clients, what I tell everyone, is that we are responsible for our own mental healthiness. And so for me to stay in this good place, I continue to go and on a regular basis whenever, well, now I don't see her as much as I used to. I used to see her like once a week, you know, but now I see her on an as needed basis because I understand the power of having someone who's not, because see, when I'm stuck in my emotions, I'm swamped in my emotions. So the only thing I can see and feel is all up in my head. I need someone on the outside to say, all right, Jamie, just like what you do to me, you hold me accountable for what I say. And so that's what my therapist does. Like she gets me to come out of here and to really think about before I act. And so that's therapy is not, it's not a dishonor. It's really someone that kind of coaches you through those emotions and those feelings that you're feeling.
Oh, I just came up with a good concept. Boom. So just like you said, you know, you go in, you know, you do checks from here and there. I think we should come up with a mental tune-up. Right? And this is how I thought of it. You get your car, your oil change when it hits so many miles or every 3 to 6 months, right?
I love that.
You get your car winterized.
Yes.
Like winterized during the winter, and you get the AC cooler during the summer, and you know, you do tune-ups every 100,000 or every so many years. You get all that change. So guess what? Our brain, our mental capacity is the same way. We have to do a checklist. So every now and then I need to check in. I need to make sure that
I go for maintenance.
My brain is functioning, because just how you pay for that oil change every 3 months, you need to feed your brain every so often to make sure you're staying on course and on track. Boom. That was free, you guys. That was free. Now the next one gonna come.
Mental tune-up. I absolutely love it. Absolutely. Like cha-ching. Listen, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that. I love it. That's why I continue to go to my therapist for mental tune-up. Me too. I want to make sure, because we're all responsible for that. Oh girl, I wish I could just give you a hug through the That's good, Shay. Yes. That's good, Shay. That was real good. That was good eating right there.
I'm letting y'all know that's
honey,
free right now.
We got
y'all getting it free right now, but it's gonna cost you later. I'm telling you.
Well, we about to build a program around mental tune-up. $9.97.
Hey, I think that should be a $20 a month membership program for 6 months.
Oh, that's good too. Yeah.
But I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
Look, I'm Kermit the Frog. But that ain't none of my business. Let me sip my tea.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That was good.
That's good, girl.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
feel that.
That's good. But you know what? Here's the thing too, and I think that is needed. You know, for those who can't afford therapy. And see, I was talking to someone today, and they said, "Well, you know, people invest in what they want to invest in. They can afford it. If you look at, they got their nails done, they got their hair done, they got this and that done. But let me tell you something. Let me shed a little bit of light on why women go get their nails done, get their hair done, but they won't invest in themselves. Especially the women that I'm talking to, the women that I work with, they don't know, and they don't know the value of themselves. That makes any sense?
No,
they've been abused.
Mm-hmm.
They've been abused, so they don't know how worthy they are to be loved because they haven't experienced
it.
And so until you give them that experience of I'm loving you, and when I say I love you, I'm not going to punch you. See, that love that I have for you does not follow a punch or a kick or a spit or a demeaning word or calling you ugly or calling you fat or trying to control you in some kind of way. So I have to show you that godly agape love, and I have to do it on a consistent basis so that you know that I don't want anything from you. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to receive. I'm not asking you to do anything but receive love until they can experience that kind of love. And then they can understand that they're worthy to invest in themselves. Then we can have a conversation about what the next step is. But we're not at that step of investing right now. We're at the step of, I'm just going to love you.
That's it.
I'm just going to pour all this love on you. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to believe God when you can't believe God right now. I'm going to pray for you when you can't pray right now, because you don't. Right now, you're angry. You're in pain. You're in suffering. You can't see anything or feel anything but pain. And if you're in an intimate relationship with someone who's bringing that pain, who is the cause of that pain, your whole thing is I'm in survival mode. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to keep the peace because I just don't want him to go off. I don't want her to go off. I just want to keep the peace. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to take it. You know what I'm saying? So we're at that level. We're not at the level where you know that you're worthy to be investing in this and this is going to make you feel better and we're going to make you live on purpose and all. We're not there yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. So don't, you know, girl, let me just drink
you drank some tea, y'all. So yeah, she did. You know why she did that? Because we say the same thing over. No. We say the same thing over and over and over, and sometimes it doesn't register with people. The one thing I noticed is that when I was in my pain, I was making pretty decent money. But if this type of program would have came to me, I wouldn't have had enough money to pay for it. You know why? It wasn't because I didn't have the money. It was because my money was going to elsewhere. I was a shopaholic. I like new things, and I like going out just spending $200-$300 because I had it, because it made me feel good when I spent the money at that time. But then when I got home, I was still empty. So it wasn't that I didn't have the money. No. I had the money. It's just that I was not properly using the money because I was filling it with another materialistic thing. I was filling that void with something for a quick moment. It's like people who do drugs, right?
There you go. It's an instant gratification.
Get high, and
right
then
now.
That first moment, they feel it. And then from there, they're chasing that high over and over again. So when I was shopping, it was okay for me to spend $50. That felt good. Okay, let me how it's gonna feel to spend
instant gratification.
Exactly. Let me see how I feel to $100. Oh, that feels good. Oh, I could drop $200. I could drop $300. Ooh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And it seemed like the more and more I spent,
Right.
the more the high was, and I kept chasing and chasing and chasing, and it was not
Mm-hmm.
doing anything for me.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't care about if it was doing. Yes, it did. It did something for you. It gave you instant gratification,
at
which
that
is
moment,
what you need
right
then. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to convince someone, oh, sign up for my 6-week program, it's going to take you 6 weeks to get from hurting to healing. It's going to take you 6 months to get from hurting to healing. No, that's too long. No, I need relief right now. I remember when I first went to my therapist, right? I mean, I was crying. I was that hurt. I was at this point in my life, I was just walking around crying. I didn't care who saw it. I was just, because I was in so much pain and I didn't know what to do. I remember when I first sat down in front of her, I said, give me a date.
A date.
She's like, what? I said, no, I want a date of when this is going to be over. When this pain that I'm feeling right now, I need a date when it's going to be over. And I was so serious with her. And she said to me, when you let it go.
Ooh.
And so saying that I'm going to let go something was a process. That was not instant gratification. I need instant relief. You know, like my stomach hurt and I go take some maximum strength Pepto-Bismol because I need instant relief. That's how all the medicine people get you, because they say it's maximum relief. It's instant relief. Everybody want relief right now, but they don't want to do the work. See, the work is stop eating lactose food. Stop eating all this stuff that's going to cause your belly to hurt, and you will not end up in this place. Stop doing this. You know what I'm saying? So do the work. I guess it's my whole point.
Oh, that was good, because I did a question. And one of the questions that was asked to me was when does the pain stop? And I answered her. I said,
how did you answer that?
When you start the process. She said, that simple? I said, When you start the process, it's simple. Trusting the process and completing the process is hard. That's the problem. You start it, and then when you hit that hurdle, you be like, oh, too much work. I broke a sweat. I'm natural. That little bitty sweat is going to cause me to have an afro. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Well, you still going to be in pain. Oh, well. Until you start the process and you trust the process,
you have to do the work.
You're gonna stay there, but you have to do the work. She was like, "That was just too simple. I thought you were gonna go into a whole spill." No.
That is the spill.
It. That's how, and that's the thing. Starting the process is easy. Everybody knows.
I think
Monday, I'm gonna start my new diet. Okay. Monday come. Your stomach
ain't none of my business.
Cause you used to eating a triple-decker cheeseburger for lunch, but now you gotta eat a salad and a little salmon that ain't even seasoned. But once you get through eating that, your stomach growling. But instead of you waiting for 2 more hours to have your little 15 almonds or whatever your little fitness instructor give you, you were like, I ain't satisfied. This too hard. Give me that triple cheeseburger. Well, darn. It's only been a day. For real? That's how it is with your healing process. The moment that you have to really dig deep into your feelings, own them, acknowledge them, and confront them, you want to give up.
Yeah.
Really, people?
But I think too, and that's the whole stigma of therapy.
Yes.
It shies people away from going to therapy. Did I not say? Hold on, I'm so sorry, people.
Didn't I tell you I was on my blab?
Didn't
I tell you that?
Yeah, right.
Didn't I tell you not to call me?
Look, and I'm trying to hang up and
like,
pressing answer. I'm like, no, Jesus Christ. But anyway.
Yeah. That's what it is. The therapist, actually, therapists make you, people think that when you go to a therapist, you just kick back on a couch and you just spill your whole life story in an hour and you're good. No. They actually make you internalize your feelings and look within yourself. They do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of hard work for people because people don't want to look within themselves, right?
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's hard to look within yourself.
It is. And I think that one of the reasons why it's really tough to get past what happened to us in our past is, one, we have to confront it. Mm-hmm. We have to, two, acknowledge that it really did happen. You know, regardless of if I thought it was a figment of my imagination or not, you know, it really did happen to me. But three, this is my new normal. So how do I, now that I've acknowledged it, now that I've owned it, now what do I do with that now?
Hello? What happened? No, don't you do this right now. We were getting so good. Come on, Blab. Hello? Well, her ending question was, what do you do with this right now? So I'm guessing you can hear me if you're tapping, right?
What do I do with all of
her ending question was, what do you do with this right now? Well, you remove what you think about.
And we're back.
We're back. So,
sorry,
can you give us your 3 points again?
I had 3 points.
Yes.
Listen, when I'm on the road, y'all better record. Press rewind.
Okay. Yes, catch the replay, please. But her last
this is fresh off the hot grill right here. Don't expect me to remember nothing I said. Go back and watch the replay.
So her last point was, what do you do about it? And I was saying before, I was really bumped off. But I was saying that there's a couple of things that you can do about it. Go to therapy. Try it. Try one session. Most insurance lets you try a session or two for free, right? Try therapy. And if you feel like, okay, I've tried it, this really ain't for me, guess what? There are groups out there for you that are either low cost or free. Now, low cost therapy is great. It's called Matters of My Heart. She has a great emotional support system that helps you to start It ain't free.
It ain't low cost. It ain't low cost.
Oh.
You can get the app.
It's so cute. Y'all should see this.
Why are we so goofy tonight?
I don't know.
I love it.
It's like,
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
She has a program that if you're ready to invest in yourself and to begin the healing process, she has a program for you, right? And if you're at that stage to where you're in the middle of the healing process, but you don't exactly know how to be in your new norm, you have me. So guess what? There's people out here for you, but the question is, are you ready?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
We here.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? It's here. It's an investment. But we don't convince people to sign up for our programs because we understand how serious it is, but also we understand how hard it is. I mean, we both you and I, Shay and I, Fire and Ice, we battle this stigma on a daily basis. That's why we're coming to
daily.
you on Blab. That's why we're coming to you on the radio show. That's why we're coming to you on our Facebook fan pages and, you know, on all of the different programs that we're on, all the different platforms that we're on. That's why we do what we do, because we know that what we do and what we're asking you to do, to trust us, is not an easy task.
No.
You know, we have 2 minutes and I'm going to wrap it up.
She rapping?
I mean, that was my rap.
That was your rap? No, I'm gonna get you to come back with a better rap. That ain't no rap.
Right. So I wanted to thank everyone who would have liked to have joined us, but they, for some reason, was unable to join us. But you are able to watch the replay. Thank you so much for watching the replay. We hope that we said something that resonated with you, but not so much as resonated with you. We hope we impart some type of knowledge to you, to help you find that voice in you. You know, because it is, you know, it's not an easy thing to stand up and say, yes, this happened to me. But you have to know that God will always place a ram in the bush. That's me and Shay, and kind of rams. We rams. But God would always place someone in your life who knows exactly where you are and knows how to get you out of that place, get you unstuck and moving forward in your new normal. So thank you for watching the replay.
We appreciate you all.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you every day. Please know that you can contact us. You know, both of us have very, you know, private messaging, so you can contact us at any time. If you have any questions, if you need to just have a conversation, not so much as sign up for our programs, you know, because maybe, and I'll tell you one thing too, I interview everyone who enters into the emotional support program, because you may not be a fit for my program. And I'm not going to take your money if you're not a fit for Matters of My Heart. I'm not going to do it.
There is a process.
So I will refer you to someone who can better help you. That's one thing that I take very seriously, is the healing journey. And so here's to healing.
Exactly. So you all have a good night. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can come over to our Facebook page, the Fire and Ice Show. You type that in the search box and it'll pop up. You can inbox us there, leave us a message, or just give us feedback about the show and how we can better serve you. Because without you guys, we cannot do what we do. So, good night. We love you all.
Love you all. Bye. I'll talk to you later, Shay.